Let me tell you three cultural shocks that I experienced while living in northern Nigeria. I live in Abuja. I wouldn't even consider Abuja to be northern Nigeria because it is very liberal, it is very free, very open minded than most states. And when I mean most states, I mean at least 70% of the states in Nigeria are not as free as Abuja. So when I'm talking about northern Nigeria, I am talking about when I lived in Zaria City and the cultural shocks that I experienced. If you don't know what a cultural shock is, it's something that you have never witnessed before, but for the people there, it is very normal for them. So the first time I arrived in Zaria City, I arrived late at night. So by the next morning, I went outside to get food to eat. I noticed something. There was lot of children within the same age range, like little children, mostly boys. They were just moving around like in groups. So in my head, I was like, I didn't really like. I was trying to, what is going on? Where are they headed to? Who are these kids? Like, this is school hours. Those kind of things. Like I'm just somewhat new in that environment and I didn't even really know what was going on. So at some point I pictured they were beggars, like they were begging for money, for alms, for food from people. And then I was like seeing them everywhere. This is crazy. Like I was seeing them everywhere in the streets, in people's compound, like everywhere, and there were so many. I know that beggars exist. I know that almajiris exist. I live in southern Nigeria. I grew up in Onitsha, and I've seen almajiris. I've seen them in Oka, but I've not seen them. I've not seen beggars like s- in such like an exploded number. Like there were so much. I was like the craziest thing was like everybody was just moving around, going about their daily business like it was just normal because this is very normal. So me that just arrived I was like, what the hell is going on? So when I started talking to some people, I was like, these children, like where are their parents? Are they orphans? Like what is going on? What about the government? Why is nobody like I was trying to make sense of everything that was going on, but I couldn't even make sense of anything. Nobody was giving a good explanation. Everybody was just giving this I don't care attitude, the government, the people, because it's like totally normal. They were even telling me that some parents, like some of the kids there, they were sent from other states to come and do Almajiri for like I can't even define what the Almajiri is, but seeing children out on the street begging from morning till night, day to day, is something that I have never seen anywhere in my life. And coming up north to Zaria was the first time I saw such a thing. The second cultural shock, the second cultural shock, I went to see a friend of mine who stays in Paladan. So we had to go see someone else. And then we got to this person's compound. We had to wait. And then, like, we had to wait because there was nobody inside. So I was like, why don't we go inside and check if the guy is around? He was like, no, we can't enter inside the compound. I was like, why can't we enter inside the compound? And it says like there is like bar shiga, like if there is a compound and they write bar shiga on the entrance, an outsider who is not the father, the mother, or the children cannot enter. I was like, uh, I have never heard of such a thing before. Why can't they enter? No, like there wasn't any reasonable explanation. It's like some, let's say, tradition that people like is being passed down that they live. Some people said the man doesn't want anybody to see his wife. Like I can't pinpoint a particular valid reason why, but it's just that any compound that has a Bashiga written on it, you can't enter inside. So we had to wait until someone, I think a girl who is related, who lives in the compound. We had to like inform the girl to go and check on the guy, like something like that. And then eventually the guy wasn't home, so we had to leave. So that was even when I started paying attention to the doors. And it's like if you enter inside a like such a compound, like written Bashiga, you could be harmed or killed or something. Like it's so crazy to me because I grew up in an environment where people are welcoming. Like I'm walking on the streets, I don't know where I'm going to. I can just enter into any compound and ask them, oh, where is this place or where is that place? And it's like I just grew up in that environment. So coming to that place where people are being like, you have to be careful where you are moving, or like look carefully before someone butchers you to death. The final, this is not the final, but I will just, like I said, it's just three that I want to give. And this is very shocking. We hear this all the time. We read about it on social media, in the news. Like we have people talking about it, but I don't think I know it happens. But like I've never taken it like it happens in such a way, which is child marriage, underage marriage. Like we used to hear this, it happens everywhere, it happened everywhere, I would say, centuries back. But as time goes on, civilization evolves, people have learned to drop some things, but I know it still happens. But coming up north, like it's something that is very common. Like I could be talking to someone and the person is telling me that a cousin of his got married last week. A cousin of his who is 14 years old. Somebody like, I don't even know how to word this. Like, child marriage is so normal. It's so normalized. Like, a girl is 14, 13, 15. You don't even need, like, they don't even need to know the parents. They don't even need to know, like, they don't even need to know the girl or whatever. They will just come and meet the parents and organize everything and just take the girl. Like, it was so crazy because I have never seen child marriage. If you come to our house, you want to marry somebody in my house who is 14 years or 15 years old, you and everybody who came there are like sleeping in jail. Like you are going to jail from that day that you arrived there, because it's something that is so unheard of. But coming there where it is like normalized in such a way that I like, you could be walking down the street, you could see an adult discussing, having romantic talk with a child in public. And like it's something that I've never, like, doesn't happen because where I grew up, such a thing, people like, it doesn't even happen. People do that, like they talk to minors, have relationship with underage people. They do it in secret, and when they are caught, many of them eventually goes to jail, go to prison. Like so many things happen to them. But coming there, like it's such a wonderful experience for me because many of these things, I just hear about them. I have no idea that they even like are applicable, like people actually engage in them, that there is actually a house that you cannot enter because the man has his wife inside the house. There is people can even organize themselves and go to a house and marry a child who is like underage, and their parents would give them away. So I know it sounds crazy, but I wouldn't say that that is all that there is to the northern Nigeria, because they have so many good things about them as well. They have so many things, but it's just like there are so many things that are being practiced there that I have never seen before, that are still going on there that I have no idea. Some of these things in my mind, I'm just like, oh, it happened. I know it's happening somewhere, somewhere, but I didn't think that it's so widely accepted on a large scale. I would just like when I was there, seeing all this and having to even hear people like seeing those children just move around and seeing people just going to work, coming back, doing their thing. Like those children are like not nobody's even talking about them because I'm asking like the Children Foundation, where are the commissioner for like they have departments, ministries for all these things. Like, what are they doing? So, guys, let's stop here for today. These are just three cultural shocks that I had whilst living in northern Nigeria, Zaria to be precise. And to even make it crazier, people told me that if I moved up north to maybe what state did they call Yobe and some other states, that I would even see worse things. Anyways, until next time, bye.